there are confident people. What are they confident in? They're confident in themselves, and that's it. So they're using their charm or their persuasion to try to pull somebody across the line, and they're dependent on their own, just themselves, and what they're bringing to this.
It's a personality-driven sales process.
Yes.
That's not duplicatable.
No, it's not duplicatable.
It's not even repeatable.
No, I wouldn't repeat it because it doesn't keep business on the books.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Life Insurance Academy podcast. I got Chris back from an international worldwide tour. That's Ireland, right. Scotland, all over the globe.
Yes.
You were wearing lederhosen and finding four-leaf clovers.
That was it. That was completely
lederhosen, different. You were wearing
outfit.
kilts.
I was wearing a kilt.
Lederhosen's Germany. That's next
right.
year.
That's next year.
You already did that this
yes.
year. The preview for next year. Kilts and four-leaf clovers.
Yes, it was beautiful. Lots of things to see. Highly recommend it. If you ever get a chance to try on a kilt, do it on a nice warm day.
Anyway, he's back, everybody.
Yes,
he's back, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're talking about closing gaps.
That's right. We are closing the gap to get more sales. And what we're talking about is this one little word that makes a world of difference, and it's confidence. Is
there a confidence gap in sales, Chris?
Oh, heck yeah.
What do you see with new agents?
I guess it would be a timidity, some insecurity.
Timidity.
Yeah.
That's an interesting word. It sounds like humidity, but it's timidity.
I will say timidity, it's the same atmospheric pressure. You can feel it in the air.
You can feel it when someone's timid?
Yes.
And you guys might be listening, think I want to check out here right now because I got confidence. I just need this other answer. Trust me when I say to you, when Chris says you need to know something, it's because we keep hearing it over and over and over and again.
True.
And we don't hear, agents don't just show up and say, hey, I lack confidence, and that's why I'm losing sales.
Yeah.
It's always another reason.
Correct.
But their tone, their presence, their posture,
yes,
I'll use those three words.
Yeah, that's good.
Are affected by this C word.
Yes.
And when you don't have it, there's this huge chasm.
You
call it a gap. You call it a gap. I call it a chasm. Because sometimes it's so big that you don't know how to jump across. It's too big to jump. So the question is, how do we close the confidence gap? Yeah?
Yeah.
To close more sales.
Yeah.
And boom.
And you know what, Roger? I think we're going to talk about some of these things in here. And you may personally be a confident person, and you may have the swagger walk, you know?
You do this. He's doing a walk now. For those of you on audio, he's walking with swagger.
All right. You may have that, but it's not just enough there. So
picture John Travolta in that 70s movie.
Yeah, that's it.
What movie is that?
Stayin' Alive.
Stayin' Alive.
That's
when he's walking out onto the dance floor. That one right there, Adam. There's your video.
Okay. Yeah.
There's your opportunity.
So
I can't wait to see you in a spread collar walking out onto a dance floor.
In my kilt. Just a nice little spin. Cover your eyes, kids. Now, no jokes. I'm back. Sorry. So, all right. Let's talk about the effects, and then we're going to talk about how to build it. I think that'll
how to build your confidence or how to close the gap.
Yeah, how to close that gap. So first, the thing I think that isn't understood many times is that clients, the conversations we're having with prospective clients, we'll say prospective clients, they're depending on and mirroring your belief in the conversation. And not only your belief, this is the thing that agents aren't aware of, your doubt.
Your apparent insecurity.
Yeah. And when we talk about our principled sales process, the very, very first thing that we talk about is belief, which I guess another way we could say is confidence, right? And you say there are two ingredients to it.
Unquestionable conviction.
Boom.
And undeniable
confidence.
Yes. That's the authority part, right?
That's
the transference of belief comes with those two things.
Yeah. It's birthed out of a spirit.
Birthed,
Right?
Birthed out.
Unquestionable.
Chris is back, everybody.
Yes,
I love your words.
unquestionable. And for me, it kind of breaks out into some specific pieces. And it's unquestionable conviction, undeniable confidence in regards to the fact that people need help, that we have something that can help them. And this is the one where we lose people, that I am the one to be the helper of these people who need.
I'm the most qualified.
I'm the most qualified
Today.
in
this conversation.
to do this.
Yeah.
And I think that's, and so people can learn, yes, there's a need. Yes, I have what they need. But then they back from the edge of saying, I am the most qualified in this moment.
They might not think they're the best qualified. And there's a confusion between the best and the most. Right?
Explain that a little bit.
Sometimes people feel like they need to know everything before they can say anything.
That's really good.
They need to know everything before they can say anything. And I will tell you, if you passed your test, if you've studied your 3 to 4 carriers, if you know how to use your CRM, you understand how to open a conversation, you are the most qualified to talk to that person about their life insurance, hands down.
By far.
It's unquestionable. You are the most qualified at that moment. Because they're having a conversation with somebody about life insurance and they don't know the difference between term and whole life, or what a final expense plan is, or what an increasing term is, or sometimes what the difference between accidental and whole life is, or accidental and term. They might hear, buy term, invest the difference. That's all they know.
Yes.
And so you are by far the most qualified.
A rider is a horse rider. I don't know. They have no possibility of even knowing what these terms mean. They'll get them confused what whole life and term life is.
You are the most qualified.
You're the most qualified.
What else does confidence do? Or lack of?
So interesting piece here is they're waiting for you to determine what kind of energy they need to bring to this conversation. Okay. So this next piece, confidence without conviction kills sales.
Yeah.
And this is an important one to me because what I see is there are confident people. What are they confident in? They're confident in themselves. And that's it. So they think, and I've heard this said in trainings that I've done, I feel like I'm trying to convince somebody.
Yeah.
So they're using their charm or their persuasion to try to pull somebody across the line, and they're dependent on their own, just themselves, and what they're bringing to this.
It's a personality-driven sales process.
Yes.
That's not duplicatable.
No, it's not duplicatable.
It's not even repeatable.
No, I wouldn't repeat it because it doesn't keep business on the books. That's the
and
FAC
you're dealing
case.
with different personalities all the time. And if that personality doesn't jive with you, you're out.
Yeah. And so but now there's some added pieces to this part of the conversation, but in their confidence in themselves, they don't have a real conviction of what the product does or how it's going to help people. And I see this, man, I'm going to be very careful how I say this, but I will say the people I hear having the most issues with this are the used car salesman people. Used self-finance or high finance car sales. I want to be very careful.
Solar people.
Yeah.
Would you say solar salespeople?
Yes, I think
they also have the same issue.
Yeah, speak fast, move quick.
Security systems.
Yes, yeah. Just know that you may be dealing with that when you're.
Does your house need new windows?
Right.
Those guys.
Yes.
The window salespeople.
They're confident, but there's not a connection to the product, what it's doing, and how it's serving their community. Okay.
Are you ready to launch your insurance career? Excel Solutions is your go-to leader in life, accident, and health insurance pre-license training. Their cutting-edge e-learning platform is packed with rich content. Think interactive assessments, engaging videos, and customized learning paths, all tailored to your learning style. Being students ourselves, we've trusted Excel now for years to deliver top-notch training, offering high pass rates. Their streamlined prep review courses and the exam simulator are really your secret weapons to nailing the state exam the very first time. Now, you thought it couldn't get any better. Well, it just did. Life Insurance Academy listeners, you receive an epic 50% discount reducing the regular course fee from $199 to only $99. So, all you have to do is use partner code LIA at liapodcast.org/Excel. Now, Excel spells XCEL. So don't think about it any longer. Dive headfirst into your insurance career with Excel Solutions' premier pre-licensed training with that exclusive 50% discount just for you. Get the code, get licensed, and excel in your insurance career.
Next piece, conviction without, or confidence without a process kills sales.
Yeah.
And I call that an emotional roller coaster. I mean, you are completely dependent on how a person responds to you.
The environment in the home, what's going on.
Geez. Yeah.
What happened today, all the things.
Yeah.
You're subject to all of them.
That's a good word. You're subject to it.
Yeah, you're not controlling the environment. The environment is controlling you.
And at the end of it, you don't know how, why you got the sale or even why you didn't get the sale.
You're a hero one day, next day you're a zero for 3 days in a row, actually.
Yeah. And if you're feeling that, understand that's part of this confidence conversation. You may be dealing with a confidence issue because what are we confident in again? We're confident that there's a need. We're confident that people need our help. And we're confident that I am the most qualified person to do that. And if you're having an issue here and the things that we've talked about up to this point, it's probably doing with something to do with one of those three.
100%.
Yeah.
That's when people just rely on a script and they don't understand the chassis or the framework behind the script, the principled sales process also.
Yes.
They're just reading words.
It's just words to them.
It's just words. And they forget the connection, the human element of communication and psychology that they've got to establish with the person on the other end of the phone in order to meet their real need. The next one I would say is confidence without a system. We talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you yourself are confident the way you used to do things in another career, in another venue, in another area of your life. You come over here, you don't understand how the leads work. You don't have a CRM process. You don't have a dialer. You're unsure about so many things, and so you're like winging it. You're piecemealing it together. Like you're trying these old leads. You're dialing with this phone. Do I need a burner number? Should I get a new number? Like you're sidetracked with so many things. When you finally get a client on the phone, you're so distracted because you don't have a good system in place. You can't rely on your system. It's like getting in a car and not knowing if it's going to start, and you got to be at school on time.
Yeah.
Oh God, I should please start. Do you remember those days, Chris?
Yes, right? Exactly that specific. Well, my car starts, you get me to school on time.
Right? And you don't know if it's going to go. And
84 Cutlass Sierra.
Or that check engine light's been on for way too long and you're just hoping it doesn't happen today. You know it's going to happen. Yeah. And you just don't have confidence. It creates an anxiety inside of you, and this agent and the client can sense it.
Yes.
They know when you don't know your stuff.
Yes. Pay attention to that. I hope you hear that. They know when you don't know your stuff. They know when you don't know if what you have or what you're offering is valuable. They know when you don't know if you're valuable.
Correct. If you're fumbling around through insurance toolkits and you're going down rabbit holes about A1C levels and you're doing a simplified issue product and you're asking them what their last A1C level is, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because that's not required on a simplified issue application. So why are you asking that? It's because you haven't mastered your process.
Yeah.
You don't know the process yet. And so you're going down and you take clients on wild goose chases with you, trying to figure it out. And then you come to realize this person had a heart attack 9 months ago. Why am I asking about A1C levels?
And I will tell you, Roger, I've learned a lot from these telesales boot camps where I've learned how valuable these leads really are because they're getting applications doing these things.
I know. While they're making the mistakes, they're still taking naps. Yeah. It's like, what? The client is helping you win when you shouldn't be winning. Wow. Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to give you 4 ways to close this gap and build confidence. And the first thing I'm telling you, if there's a great phrase that's used in recovery of like Alcoholics Anonymous and all of this. Wherever you go, there you are. And if you're jumping into this thinking, hey, I just need to start something new, but you're just dealing with insecurities of your life, that's going to be magnified in this because there's no safety net here.
No.
This is it. No. So that means we have to do some serious internal work for ourselves of training your brain and practicing better self-talk. Like go a week without saying anything negative. Go a day. Go a day without saying anything negative. Talk about yourself in a positive light. Start working on those things. We were just at 8%. And I heard one of the speakers say something and it grabbed me. I thought it was so good. You can think one thought once, but then you're responsible for the rest.
Every other time after
time after that. Yeah. And it's so easy to think that the thoughts are in control of you, but you are in control of your thoughts. They're in control of your thoughts about you, the work that you're doing, how you do your work. And this is what I say, Roger, is the work. This is the work before the work even starts of picking up the phone and all that stuff. If you're feeling drained by the end of the day, that's a symptom that this is something that has to be worked.
You just reminded me of the book by Kyle Edelman, Every Thought Captive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a book we're reading right now at home, Rose and I.
Oh, very good.
It's very good. It's a Christian book, but it's about taking ownership of your thoughts and the way the brain works. Like these are important things. So we're going to give you 4 ways in the next 8 minutes. We got 8 minutes, 4 ways. Stay in here with us.
Yeah.
4 ways to close the gap, close the chasm in some situations, depending on where you are.
But even then, it feels like that. And it might just be a crack you step over.
It might be.
Yeah.
And you might just need a little ladder.
That's right.
To walk across. But you better get some ropes on either side. So we're going to help you. We're on either side. Chris is over there, and I'm back here, and we got you hooked up. I mean, you got a belt on, you got ropes, and we're going to get you across the gap. And once you do it, you'll make it. All right, let's go.
Yeah, train your thoughts and your thought process and self-talk was the first one. You want to take the next one?
Yeah, so train your thoughts. Second one, borrow belief and conviction. What does that mean? Borrow it. If you don't have it, how do you borrow it?
I see this happen a lot inside of our telesales boot camps where you're in a room with other people who are trying to figure this thing out and find success, but there generally are a few people in the room who have found success, and they're normal people. They're not superheroes. They're normal people, and you can hear from their tone and their conviction that they're going through the process and they're getting applications, but you're also hearing them get hung up on.
Yeah.
But it's not wrecking them. It's not wrecking them emotionally. They just understand it's numbers and you keep moving forward. So you can, when you're in a room like that, I can't tell you how valuable it is, where you can borrow from that person, just take it out of their back pocket, their belief and their conviction and their confidence, who they are, the product and the market they serve, and just borrow it for a day and keep moving forward. You may have that opportunity, talk to your upline, whoever it is, borrow that same belief from
on in-home sales. That means riding along with somebody who's good at this, somebody who's got some track record of success, who's been in the business longer than a year or two and are actually making good things happen. Ask to get in their car, ask to ride along with them, ask to sit in their office when they're doing their appointments, see what happens. Watch them handle tough conversations.
Yeah.
Watch them navigate those things. You'll start to borrow their belief because they don't get fazed by it. Yeah. Right? You'll be able to borrow it. If you're in a virtual setting, get in a virtual Zoom room. If your organization provides that, ask, how can I join a room and listen in while other people are having success, so I can see what the process looks like, so I can feel what it looks like, so I can borrow some belief and conviction. So telesales boot camps, you can do Zoom rooms, you can get in the car, do ride-alongs, you can sit in someone's office.
Plenty of opportunity.
Shadow, and watch what happens. This is the part where you're watching the process and learning while you're growing yourself. Third one, confidence is built on preparation. Chris, when we talk about preparation, it reminds me of the old Allen Iverson quote.
Practice. We're talking about practice?
Yeah.
Practice?
Yeah. Why was he putting down practice, man? And why did that become famous?
Well, from his for him, it was about performance and performing in the game.
Yeah.
And honestly, to question Allen Iverson's work ethic and the way he practiced, what they were alluding to was practicing with the team. But any high performer, when you're seeing them perform, it's because they know their stuff. They know it inside and out, front and back, their processes and their systems. And when we talk about these things on being prepared, to me, those are the easiest handholds. Like when I say handholds, I'm referring to like climbing a mountain, and you're just, you watch these climbers and they're desperately reaching for that next thing they can just get fingertips on.
Rock climbers.
Yeah, just fingertips on to pull themselves up. And the easiest ones are your preparation. That's it. Like knowing your script without looking at your script. You should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Looking in the mirror, talking to somebody else. That's a big
I watched a video by Patrick Bet David driving home, and his kids play I think it was soccer at a pretty good level, and they went up and played against one of the best teams in the country, and they got destroyed. And he went and talked to some of the people on that team and their coaches on that team, and he said, "Well, how often do you practice?" He said, "We don't practice, we train."
Ooh.
He said, "Well, how long do you train?" 4 hours a day. 4 hours every day. Yeah, 4 hours a day. How do your kids do like work, schoolwork, homework? He says, we figure that out. We build it into the regimen. It's a part of the program. We train 4 hours every day, day after day after day. And we play teams that are better than us so that we can get better. Like that's what you have to do to get to the next level. Like you're not going to make it by simply just practicing what you think works. Like you got to train on this stuff. So the things that we talk about is you got to know your processes. So when you got to know we talk about process, we talk about the 3 Ps. You got to know your people, you got to know your product, you got to know your process. You get tired of hearing us saying these same things, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
When you know those things and you know what's next in your presentation format, where you're going, where you're taking the client, the guided route you're taking them on, you walk with confidence. When you don't know where you're going, you walk differently. You walk unconfidently. Yeah. And people don't like following an unconfident guide.
No.
They see it in your eyes. Yeah. They know that you don't know. And it goes back to this thing. And also when it comes to your systems, are you confident in your leads? Are you confident in your CRM? Are you confident in your dialer? Right? They need to get on the lifeinsuranceacademy.org website. They need to go to the full complete toolkit. They need to click CRM and find out about how to get a world-class CRM. They need to click leads, Chris, and go to closeleads.io.
That's right.
And get information on leads, set up a consult, talk to our friend Oscar Gonzalez over at Scale My Social, talk to him about doing that stuff for you so you can work in your field and have someone else generating the leads for you so you can have more conversations with clients. You focus on what you're good at, let someone else be good at that. Because we don't want you over here fumbling around trying to do stuff with leads, trying to figure out how to dial from your phone and whether you need a burner number or not. Let the systems do the work for you. Let what's already built work for you so you can have confidence in your area. So now you're confident in all of it. Like these are all incremental wins where you can put them one after another, and now you're moving into a place where you're acting with authority. You're acting with confidence. You're stepping with authority. And you've seen other people do it. You've seen them handle things. You know how to get into your dialer. You know how to integrate your leads. These are things that are coming naturally. You know how to underwrite through insurance toolkits. You know your 5 carriers. You're not trying to learn 20. It's 5. Stick to those 5. Master those 5. Get a place of confidence so that your client feels it, knows it, hears it, and is communicated with it so they can step confidently with you.
We've had the benefit of doing face-to-face sales. So we know what's on the other side of the phone.
Yeah.
And I remember asking medical or health questions and knowing common medications that people were taking. When they said, I'm diabetic, and I'd say, oh, you're probably on metformin, right? Now, that's not a big one, but they go, ooh.
Yeah.
Are you a doctor? You name 3 or 4 medications you could rattle off. Or I would start to ask the questions on the application without looking at the application, but I knew it by heart because I'd done it so many times.
Correct.
And they would say things like, you've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like they were now leaning into your ability and your confidence. And that was just a handhold. That's just one part of the process, one little handhold along the way. Good stuff. Cool.
Last one, Chris. 4 ways to close.
This is a big one. Stacking small wins. And I think a lot of times when agents are building their confidence, they put a lot of pressure on getting that first, second, third, fourth, 10th sale because they feel all the pressure. They feel the financial pressure, all the things of does this really work? And not does it really work? Does it really work for me? That's the big question they're asking themselves because maybe I'm different. And as you're working through that process, I want you to know that What is the purpose of a dial? The purpose of a dial is to have somebody pick up. Guess what? That's a win. Somebody picked up, right?
You figured out how to get someone to pick up the phone.
There you go. Bingo.
It seems like it shouldn't be a problem, but in this modern age when people are getting called about everything, you got to have a strategy.
Yeah. So the next win here is to keep them on the phone.
To have a conversation more than 2 minutes.
Have a conversation more than 2 minutes. Next, can I get to do a presentation? Can I
have the stakes conversation?
Yeah, can we get to the principled sales process, and then slowly move through that? It's not ultimately to get a sale. No, yes, that is what we're looking for. It's the same thing with door knocking. I'm knocking on the door. What's the goal? To get somebody to open the door. To do what? To have a conversation. It's these simple things that will remove that it should help remove the insecurity that makes such a big difference in the way you talk or communicate or pause. All these little pieces where you start to build mastery. What is the purpose of all of this? It's to get through the learning curve.
That's right.
And understand there's a learning curve and improve. Every time you move forward, you're improving to move towards mastery. That's a big process that we're going through. But if you can commit to these 4 things, you will see a big difference over a period of time, a big difference.
Train your thought process and your self-talk. Number 2, borrow belief and conviction. Number 3, confidence built on preparation. Know your process. Know your systems. Chris put in the word cold.
Cold.
Know them cold.
That's right.
And then lastly, stack up some small wins. Guys, if you do this confidence chasm will become a small crack. And it's no longer a gap. And then you can step over it. Yeah. And then it doesn't matter whether they say yes or no. Doesn't matter, Adam. Doesn't matter. We got success. Doesn't matter whether she says yes or no. We got some cold pizza in the back. It's back there. Let's go. Right? There you go, right. Adam. There's your Tommy boy. Love Chris, take us out.
Guys, I hope that you are willing to throw yourself in the gap multiple times at first. You'll bounce back. Trust me. You bounce back up. It's like
it's not a wood chipper.
No, it's not a wood chipper.
It's just a little crack.
Yeah. You've got this. We believe in you guys. If you need to, you can re-listen to this podcast. If you got value in it, please smash that subscribe button. Throw some comments in. Ask some questions. We love engaging with our community. And guys, we can't wait to see you until the next Life Insurance Academy podcast. We'll see you then.